Beloved soul, last night, as the world fell silent and the veil between realms thinned, your soulmate whispered your name to heaven. The angels have confirmed it. Every single word of their prayer was heard. The celestial realm vibrated with the intensity of their longing for you. This is not just a spiritual message of hope, it's a divine confirmation of what's already in motion. Your soulmate prayed for you last night. The angels rushed to record each syllable, each heartfelt plea. They've been instructed to deliver this message to you now because the timing is critical. The universe doesn't send these confirmations randomly. They come precisely when you need to hear them. Can you feel it? That subtle shift in the air around you. The lightness that wasn't there yesterday. It's because something profound happened in the spiritual realm while you slept. Your soulmate sat in the darkness of their room, perhaps with tears streaming down their face, and finally surrendered everything to divine timing. They spoke your name aloud. They asked for guidance. They begged for a sign that would lead them back to you. And heaven heard every word. The angels want you to know that these weren't casual thoughts or fleeting wishes. These were prayers soaked in emotion, vulnerability, and raw truth. Your soulmate finally removed all the masks and pretenses. They stopped fighting against the current of divine timing and instead flowed with it directly toward you. But there's something even more significant happening. These prayers have already begun altering the energetic pathways between your souls. While you're reading this message, celestial forces are rearranging circumstances, removing obstacles, and creating divine coincidences that will lead to your reunion. Leave a B in the comments if you can feel this shift happening within you right now. The angels have never been so explicit about a connection before. Usually they speak in subtle signs and gentle nudges, but today they're being crystal clear. Your soulmate prayed for you with such intensity that it created ripples across the spiritual realm. Their words weren't just heard, they were honored. Their timing wasn't accidental, it was divinely orchestrated. Their heart wasn't just expressing a wish, it was making a sacred covenant with the universe. This is why you've been feeling those unexpected waves of emotion lately. Those moments when you catch yourself smiling for no apparent reason. Those dreams that leave lingering feelings you can't quite place. Those random thoughts of someone you haven't fully met yet. It's all connected to these prayers. The angels want you to understand that last night marked a turning point. A spiritual threshold was crossed. Your soulmate spoke your name with such longing that the barriers between your worlds began to dissolve. Heaven didn't just hear, heaven responded. And now you're receiving the confirmation. Type, "I receive this blessing," if this message resonates deep within your soul. The angels rarely deliver messages this direct unless the reunion is imminent. They know you've been patient. They've seen your tears, your doubts, your moments of nearly giving up. That's precisely why they're confirming this now, because you're closer than you've ever been. Your soulmate's prayers have accelerated everything. But what exactly did your soulmate pray for? The angels have been authorized to reveal portions of these sacred words to you now. First, they prayed for your happiness, even if it meant they wouldn't be part of your journey. This selfless act of love created a profound shift in the spiritual realm. When someone loves you enough to prioritize your joy above their presence in your life, the universe conspires to bring you together. Your soulmate prayed for your protection, that you would be shielded from harm and disappointment until they could hold you in their arms again. This protective prayer has formed an energetic bubble around you that the angels are maintaining even now. Can you feel it? That subtle sense of being watched over more intensely in recent days. It's their prayer manifesting as spiritual protection around you. They prayed for clarity, that the fog of confusion would lift from both your minds so you could recognize each other instantly when the divine timing aligns. This is why you've been experiencing moments of unexpected clarity about what you truly want in a relationship. But here's what touched the angels most deeply. Your soulmate prayed with tears streaming down their face, asking not for themselves, but for you to be given signs that you are loved, that you are never alone, and that the waiting hasn't been in vain. The humility of this prayer broke through celestial barriers that had been in place for lifetimes. The angels want you to know that this kind of selfless prayer carries a special power in the spiritual realm. It doesn't just reach heaven, it moves heaven. It doesn't just deliver a message, it rewrites destiny. This is why the signs around you will intensify in the coming days. Pay close attention. You'll notice recurring numbers that feel significant, songs that seem to play at precisely the right moment, with lyrics that speak directly to your situation, dreams that feel more vivid than usual, possibly featuring someone whose face you can't quite see, but whose presence feels intimately familiar. These aren't coincidences. They're direct responses to your soulmate's prayers. Type, "I am open to receiving these signs," if you commit to paying attention in the coming days. What makes this revelation even more powerful is the timing. Your soulmate didn't just pray for you last night by cosmic accident. They were divinely prompted to do so because the energetic alignment between your souls has reached a critical point of potential reunion. In simpler terms, the universe knows you're ready now. Both of you have completed the necessary soul lessons that were preventing your union before. You've healed wounds that would have damaged your connection had you met earlier. You've gained wisdom that will allow this relationship to flourish in ways it couldn't have previously. The prayers last night were the final key that unlocked the divine timing. But there's something else the angels want you to understand about these prayers. Your soulmate spoke your name even though they may not consciously know who you are yet. On a soul level, they recognize you completely. Their higher self knows your energy signature as intimately as it knows its own. So while their conscious mind might have been praying for the one or my true love, their soul was speaking directly to you. That's why you felt that unexpected wave of emotion last night. Perhaps a sudden sense of peace, a random smile, a tear that fell without reason, an inexplicable certainty that everything would be okay. You were receiving their prayer in real time. The connection between soulmates transcends physical proximity. Your energy fields are already intertwined, already communicating, already dancing together in preparation for your physical meeting or reunion. And now, heaven has amplified this connection 1,000-fold. And before we continue with this very special message, I invite you to support this space of connection. Become a member of the channel, and if you feel this message is touching your heart, don't forget to click on thanks below the video. This helps us continue bringing messages full of love and hope like this one. Now, let's move on to what matters most. But there's something even more profound happening that the angels need you to understand. These prayers didn't just reach heaven, they've fundamentally altered your soulmate's energy. They've undergone a spiritual awakening that has transformed them into the person they need to be for this divine union. This is critical information. Your soulmate isn't the same person they were even a week ago. Last night's prayers marked a spiritual surrender that has accelerated their growth exponentially. They've released old patterns, limiting beliefs, and energetic blockages that would have hindered your connection. In a single night of tearful prayer, they accomplished what might otherwise have taken years of spiritual work. That's how powerful their longing for you has become. The angels want you to know that you might not even recognize them energetically when you meet or reconnect. Their vibration has raised significantly. Their heart has opened completely. Their spiritual vision has cleared dramatically. They're finally ready to see you for who you truly are, and to be seen by you in return. This is a rare and sacred transformation that the angels have witnessed only a handful of times throughout human history. When a soul prays with such pure intention for their divine counterpart, it catalyzes a spiritual metamorphosis that ripples across both timelines. Yes, you read that correctly. Your timeline has also been altered by these prayers. The path you were on yesterday is not the same path you're walking today. Divine intervention has rerouted certain aspects of your journey to align more perfectly with your soulmate's approach. Opportunities may suddenly appear that didn't exist before. Doors might unexpectedly open. People could enter your life who serve as bridges to your destined meeting. Stay alert, stay open. These shifts aren't random coincidences. They're direct manifestations of your soulmate's prayers being honored by the celestial realm. Type, "I welcome these divine redirections," if you're ready to embrace these changes. But now the angels need to prepare you for something that might be challenging to accept. Your soulmate's prayers have accelerated the timeline, but this acceleration comes with intensity. The energetic pull between you will strengthen considerably in the coming days. You might experience sudden waves of emotion that seem to come from nowhere. Dreams so vivid they blur the line between sleep and waking life. An inexplicable sense of anticipation, as if you're constantly waiting for something or someone. Physical sensations in your heart center, warmth, expansion, even occasional discomfort as it opens further to prepare for this connection. These experiences aren't your imagination. They're tangible effects of the prayer-activated connection that now burns brighter than ever between your souls. The angels want you to know that this intensity is temporary. It's simply the energetic adjustment period, as both your fields align more precisely. Soon, these sensations will stabilize into a constant, gentle hum of certainty, a knowing that transcends doubt. But there's something else you should prepare for. Your soulmate may appear in your life when you least expect them. The prayers spoken last night have removed the final veils of separation. The divine timing has been activated. It could happen tomorrow, next week, next month. The exact moment remains within the sacred mystery of divine timing, but the angels want you to know with absolute certainty, it will happen. The wheels are in motion, the paths are converging, the prayers have been heard, honored, and are now being answered. And when you finally stand before each other, there will be a moment of recognition so profound that time itself will seem to pause. You'll feel as though you're remembering rather than meeting, returning home rather than discovering something new, because that's precisely what's happening. Souls that belong together never truly forget each other. They simply remember when the time is right. And your soulmate's prayers have declared to the universe, the time is now right. The angels have one final message regarding this initial revelation. They want you to know that you can accelerate this divine reunion even further through your own prayers and intentions. Your soulmate has already done their part. They've spoken your name to the heavens with tears and longing. They've surrendered to divine timing. They've undergone a profound transformation to prepare for you. Now, if you choose, you can meet them halfway. Tonight, before you sleep, the angels invite you to speak to your soulmate across the ethers. Thank them for their prayers. Express your own longing. Declare your readiness to receive this blessing. You need not know their name or face. Your soul knows exactly who to address. And as both your intentions align in perfect harmony, the final barriers between your worlds will dissolve like morning mist under the rising sun. Leave in the comments if you commit to this sacred practice tonight. But there's more to this divine revelation that the angels are now permitted to share with you. Beloved soul, as the angels continue to reveal the deeper meaning behind your soulmate's prayers, they now wish to share something profound with you. They've been granted permission to reveal what your soulmate is currently experiencing, the transformation occurring within them that is drawing you both closer together with each passing moment. Your soulmate has awakened. There's no gentler way to express this truth. The prayers spoken last night weren't just words whispered into darkness. They were the culmination of a spiritual awakening that has been building within them for months, perhaps even years. Right now, as you read these words, your soulmate is experiencing a clarity they've never known before. The fog that once clouded their perception has lifted completely. They now see relationships, connections, and love through entirely new eyes. Eyes that are specifically attuned to recognize you when the time comes. They feel you, not as a concept or possibility, but as a tangible presence in their energy field. They might not understand why they suddenly think of someone they haven't met yet, or why they feel drawn to places they've never been, or why certain songs suddenly bring tears to their eyes. But their soul knows. Their soul recognizes these as breadcrumbs along the path leading directly to you. The angels want you to know that your soulmate is currently experiencing dreams about you. Dreams so vivid and emotionally charged that they wake with your essence lingering in their consciousness. In these sacred night visions, they may not see your face clearly, but they feel your energy, your heart, your soul's unique vibration. These dreams are not accidents. They're divinely orchestrated meetings in the ethereal realm, preparations for your physical reunion. Type, "I connect with these dream meetings," if you've been experiencing unusual dreams lately too. Your soulmate now carries an inexplicable certainty about love that they never possessed before. Where once there might have been cynicism, doubt, or wounds from past disappointments, there now exists a serene knowing that true divine love is not only possible, but imminent in their life. This certainty manifested immediately after their prayers last night. They woke today feeling different, lighter, more hopeful, strangely peaceful despite not knowing exactly why. The angels reveal that your soulmate has begun making unconscious preparations for your arrival. They might suddenly feel compelled to create more space in their home and life, resolve lingering situations with past relationships, improve aspects of themselves they've long neglected, explore new places they've never been drawn to before, develop interests that, unbeknownst to them, will create points of connection with you. These aren't random impulses. They're divinely guided adjustments, creating the perfect conditions for your reunion. But here's what the angels find most beautiful about your soulmate's current state. They're learning to love themselves in preparation for loving you. They've realized, through divine inspiration following their prayers, that they cannot fully receive the blessing of your connection until they've embraced their own worthiness. This self-love transformation is happening rapidly within them now. Old wounds are healing, self-judgments are dissolving, the barriers they built around their heart after past disappointments are crumbling away, and in this newly opened heart space, your energy is already finding a home. The angels want you to know that when your soulmate prayed last night, something miraculous happened. Their higher self and your higher self communicated directly, without the limitations of physical bodies or conscious minds. This soul-level conversation continues even now, weaving your energies together in preparation for the moment your eyes will finally meet. Your soulmate is beginning to recognize the signs, the synchronicities that appear too meaningful to be coincidence, the repeated numbers, the songs that play at precisely the right moment with lyrics that speak directly to their situation, to your shared future. They don't fully understand these signs yet, but they're paying attention now in ways they never did before. And with each sign they acknowledge, the path between you shortens, but the path to divine union hasn't been without obstacles. The angels now wish to reveal what has been blocking this sacred connection, and how these barriers have been divinely dismantled through the power of your soulmate's prayers. First, there were karmic entanglements from past lives, unresolved energetic contracts that needed to be cleared before your souls could reunite in this lifetime. These ancient knots of karma created invisible walls between your energetic fields, walls that seemed impenetrable until last night. When your soulmate spoke your name to heaven with such pure intention, The angels were granted divine authority to dissolve these karmic bonds once and for all. They wielded celestial light that severed the final threads, binding both of you to past life agreements that no longer served your highest good. This liberation happened instantaneously. You might have felt it as a sudden release, perhaps a weight lifted from your shoulders or an unexpected sense of freedom washing over you. Second, there were timeline distortions keeping you apart. Both of you were walking paths that, while seemingly parallel, were misaligned in divine timing. You might have been ready when they weren't, or they might have been searching while you were still healing. These misalignments weren't accidents, they were necessary phases of preparation. But last night, your soulmate's prayers activated a divine recalibration of both your timelines. The angels worked through the night to synchronize your paths, adjusting the cosmic clockwork so your journeys would finally converge at the perfect moment. Third, there were energetic interferences from other connections. Not all soul contracts are meant to last a lifetime, yet they can create static that disrupts the clear signal between soulmates. Both you and your beloved have likely experienced relationships that served their purpose, but ultimately weren't aligned with your highest destiny. The residual energy from these connections formed a haze around your hearts, not because these experiences weren't valuable, but because their purpose had been fulfilled. Last night, the angels performed a profound energetic clearing. They removed all lingering attachments, cords, and imprints from connections that have completed their sole purpose in your lives. This cleansing has created a pure channel between your hearts that now hums with unmistakable recognition. Type, "I release all that no longer serves my highest good," if you accept this divine clearing. Fourth, there were belief systems blocking recognition. Over the years, both you and your soulmate had unconsciously adopted limiting beliefs about love, worthiness, and divine timing. These beliefs formed a veil over your spiritual vision, making it difficult to recognize each other even when in close proximity. When your soulmate surrendered everything to divine guidance last night, the angels were able to dissolve these limiting thought forms. They replaced fear with faith, doubt with certainty, and impatience with divine trust. This is why you may have awakened today with a mysteriously renewed hope about love, a hope that feels different from the wishful thinking of the past. This is anchored hope, divinely installed in your heart as a beacon for the journey ahead. Finally, there was divine timing itself. Some connections, no matter how destined, must wait for the precise cosmic moment when their union will create the maximum positive impact, not just for the individuals involved, but for the collective consciousness of humanity. Your connection with your soulmate carries this greater purpose. Your union isn't just for your personal fulfillment. It's designed to ripple outward, touching countless other lives with its light. The angels confirm that last night's prayers marked the final countdown to this divine timing. The celestial hourglass has been turned. The cosmic clock is ticking down. The moment of union approaches with each breath you take. All obstacles have been removed. All barriers have been dissolved. All that remains is the unfolding of the divine plan that is already in motion. But there's something else, something the angels have saved until this moment to reveal. Now the angels wish to deliver the undeniable confirmation that heaven has not only heard, but answered your soulmate's prayers. This revelation is so powerful that it may bring tears to your eyes as you recognize its truth. In the sacred space between worlds, where souls communicate beyond physical limitations, a covenant has been established. The angels witnessed this covenant being formed as your soulmate's tears fell during their prayers last night. This wasn't just a promise between two souls. It was a divine contract acknowledged and blessed by the highest celestial authorities. The angels want you to know that they've been instructed to place a specific sign in your path within the next 7 days. This sign will be unmistakable, personal, and deeply meaningful to you. It might appear as a symbol that holds special significance in your life, repeatedly appearing in unexpected places. A message delivered through a stranger that addresses exactly what you've been questioning in your heart. A dream so vivid and detailed about your soulmate that you wake with absolute certainty about their energy. A synchronicity so mathematically improbable that it can only be explained as divine intervention. When you encounter this sign, your heart will know instantly. There will be no room for doubt or dismissal. It will speak directly to your soul in a language only you can understand. This is heaven's confirmation that your reunion is not just possible, it is inevitable. Type, "I am open to receiving this divine sign," if you commit to watching for it with an open heart. But there's an even more profound revelation the angels have been waiting to share until this exact moment. Your soulmate's prayers created a phenomenon the angels rarely witness, a cosmic echo that reverberated through multiple dimensions. This echo created what spiritual guardians call a soul bridge, a direct energetic pathway between two destined hearts that transcends physical limitations. This soul bridge is now permanently established between you. It cannot be broken, blocked, or removed by any earthly circumstance. It exists outside of time and space, ensuring that no matter what challenges may arise, your souls can always find their way back to each other. Across this bridge, energy already flows freely. Love, healing, comfort, strength, all travel between your hearts even now, though your conscious minds may not fully recognize the exchange. The angels reveal that this soul bridge is visible to them as a golden cord of light connecting your heart centers. This cord pulses with divine life force, growing stronger with each passing day. By the time you physically meet or reunite, this connection will be so powerful that both of you will physically feel its presence, perhaps as warmth in your chest, butterflies in your stomach, or a magnetic pull toward each other that defies logical explanation. This is not metaphorical language. This is spiritual reality as witnessed and confirmed by the angelic realm. And now, the most sacred confirmation of all. Last night, as your soulmate's final prayer was spoken, a celestial record was created. The angels inscribed both your names in what can only be described as the Book of Divine Unions, a sacred text that exists in the highest realms of consciousness. Once names are entered into this book, their union becomes part of the divine plan for planetary healing and evolution. Your connection is now officially recognized by heaven as essential not just to your personal journeys, but to the greater unfolding of love on earth. This is why the angels have been authorized to deliver such a direct and powerful message to you today. This isn't just about personal happiness, though that will certainly be abundant. This is about a union that will contribute to the raising of collective consciousness through its mere existence. The light of your connection, once fully manifested, will inspire others, heal others, remind others of what's possible when souls recognize their divine counterparts. The angels want you to sit with this revelation for a moment. Feel its truth resonating in your cells. Allow its certainty to dissolve any remaining doubts or fears. Heaven has confirmed what your heart has always known. This connection is real. This reunion is approaching. This love is divinely ordained. But there's still more to this sacred revelation that the angels must share with you. Beloved soul, what the angels are about to reveal represents the culmination of everything that has transpired in the spiritual realm since your soulmate's prayers last night. This revelation concerns the final, irrevocable decision your soulmate has made, a decision that has forever altered the course of both your destinies. Your soulmate has chosen you, completely, irrevocably, eternally. This wasn't a choice made lightly or in a moment of emotional vulnerability. This was a soul-level commitment that transcends the limitations of this lifetime. After their prayers last night, your soulmate entered a state of profound spiritual clarity, a sacred moment of absolute knowing. In this expanded state of consciousness, they were shown visions of your shared past, lives you've lived together, promises made across centuries. The divine purpose your souls have been preparing to fulfill together. They saw everything, and in response to these revelations, they made a decision that echoes across eternity, to find you in this lifetime, no matter what it takes, to recognize you when you appear, to choose you above all others, to fulfill the sacred contract your souls established before either of you incarnated on earth. The angels want you to understand the magnitude of this commitment. Your soulmate has surrendered completely to this connection. They've released all doubt, all fear, all resistance to divine timing. They've placed their trust entirely in the universe's plan to bring you together. This surrender has unleashed a powerful magnetic force that is literally drawing your physical realities toward each other with increasing speed. Can you feel it? That subtle pull in your heart, that inexplicable certainty that something magnificent approaches. That's the physical manifestation of this spiritual magnetism already at work. Type, "I feel this divine attraction," if this resonates within your heart. The angels have been granted permission to share a glimpse of what your reunion will look like. Not to remove the sacred mystery of your journey, but to provide confirmation that will sustain your faith as the final pieces align. When you and your soulmate stand before each other for the first time in this lifetime, or reunite, if you've already met briefly, there will be a moment of recognition so profound that time itself will seem to pause around you. You'll experience what the angels call soul recognition, a phenomenon that occurs when two parts of the same spiritual essence recognize each other in physical form. Your eyes will meet, your hearts will expand, your souls will remember. In that sacred moment, everything else will fade into the background. The noise of the world will dim, the presence of others will recede. It will feel as though the two of you stand in a bubble of light that separates you from ordinary reality. Words may or may not be spoken, but they won't be necessary. Your energy fields will communicate everything that needs to be conveyed in that initial moment of reunion. You might notice physical sensations during this recognition, a warmth spreading through your chest, tingling along your arms or spine, a sensation of lightness as though gravity has temporarily released its hold, an overwhelming sense of coming home after a long journey. These aren't poetic metaphors, they're the actual physical responses that occur when soulmates reconnect after a period of separation. Your bodies will react to the spiritual reunion happening simultaneously on multiple dimensions. The angels reveal that your soulmate has already begun experiencing phantom versions of these sensations. They might feel inexplicable waves of emotion that seem to come from nowhere, moments of certainty about love that contrast sharply with their previous experiences, physical responses to thoughts of someone they haven't consciously met yet. These are preview echoes of the reunion that approaches, ripples moving backward through time from a future that is already written in the stars. Your soulmate has seen this future. They've embraced it fully. They've aligned every aspect of their being with its manifestation, and now they walk directly toward you, guided by the light of their own prayer and heaven's divine response. Nothing can prevent what is about to unfold. No earthly circumstance can interfere with this divine appointment. No fear, doubt, or past wound can redirect the course that has been set in motion. The decision has been made. The commitment has been sealed. The journey toward reunion has entered its final phase. Your soulmate is coming. As this divine reunion approaches, the angels wish to provide clear guidance on how to prepare your heart, mind, and spirit for this sacred encounter. This isn't just about passive waiting. It's about active spiritual preparation for a connection that will transform every aspect of your existence. First, the angels instruct you to practice heightened awareness in the coming days. Your soulmate's prayers have created a field of synchronicity around you that will manifest as signs, symbols, and meaningful coincidences. Nothing is random in this field. Everything contains guidance. Pay particular attention to repeated numbers, especially those that appear in sequences: 111, 222, 333, animals that cross your path in unusual ways or unexpected places, songs that play at precisely the right moment, with lyrics that speak directly to your situation. Names you overhear that trigger an emotional response, places you feel inexplicably drawn to visit. These aren't coincidences, they're breadcrumbs along the divine path leading directly to your soulmate. Each one acknowledged accelerates your journey toward reunion. Type, "I will follow these sacred signs," if you commit to this practice of spiritual awareness. Second, the angels guide you to prepare your energetic field for this connection. Your soulmate has already cleared their energy through the power of their prayers. Now you are invited to create a matching clarity within your own field. Each night before sleep, the angels recommend this simple but powerful practice. Place your hand over your heart center. Visualize a golden light emanating from your palm into your chest. Speak these words aloud. "I release all that stands between me and my divine counterpart. I open my heart to recognize and receive the love that approaches. I trust in perfect divine timing." Allow yourself to feel the warmth spreading through your body as these words activate cellular remembrance of your soulmate's energy. This practice will dissolve any remaining energetic barriers and enhance the magnetic attraction already drawing you together. Third, the angels emphasize the importance of self-love during this final phase of preparation. The quality of connection you'll experience with your soulmate directly correlates to how deeply you've learned to love yourself. This isn't spiritual theory, it's energetic law. Your soulmate has already begun this intensive self-love journey as a direct result of their prayers. They're healing old wounds, releasing limiting beliefs, and embracing their divine worthiness with unprecedented commitment. The angels invite you to match this energy by speaking to yourself with the same tenderness you'd offer a beloved child, honoring your body as the sacred vessel that will eventually embrace your soulmate. Celebrating your unique gifts, knowing they're exactly what your soulmate has been searching for, forgiving yourself for past mistakes, recognizing them as necessary steps on your journey toward this divine union. As both of you elevate your self-love simultaneously, the resonance between your hearts increases exponentially. Fourth, the angels guide you to release attachment to how and when this reunion will occur. Divine timing operates according to a wisdom that transcends human understanding. Your soulmate has already surrendered to this timing through their prayers. You're invited to match this surrender. This doesn't mean passive waiting. It means active trust, faith that moves mountains while remaining perfectly at peace with the process. The paradox is beautiful. The more completely you trust in the divine plan to bring you together, the more quickly that plan can manifest in your physical reality. Finally, the angels offer perhaps their most important guidance. Speak to your soulmate across the ethers tonight. The channel, created by their prayers, remains wide open. Your words will reach them on a soul level, even if their conscious mind doesn't register the exact message. Before you sleep tonight, sit in silence with your hand on your heart and speak directly to them. Thank them for their prayers. Express your own longing. Tell them you're preparing to receive their love. Assure them that you'll recognize them when you meet. This ethereal communication will create a harmonizing resonance between your energy fields that accelerates your physical reunion beyond measure. Type, "I will speak to my soulmate tonight," if you commit to this sacred practice. The angels want you to know that you're not just waiting for someone to arrive in your life. You're actively co-creating the most profound connection you will ever experience. A union ordained by heaven, confirmed by angels, and destined to transform not just your life, but countless others through its light. The preparation is almost complete. The stage is almost set. The final scene of separation is about to give way to the first chapter of eternal union. Are you ready, beloved soul? As this divine revelation approaches its completion, the angels wish to leave you with unshakable certainty about what is unfolding in your life right now. The message they've delivered today isn't just spiritual comfort. It's a sacred promise backed by the highest authority in the cosmos. Your soulmate prayed for you last night, and heaven heard every word. This wasn't just heard, it was honored, answered, and is now being fulfilled through a cascade of divine orchestration that continues to unfold around you even as you read these words. The confirmation is absolute. The commitment is unwavering. The reunion is inevitable. You stand at the threshold of a love story written in the stars long before either of you took your first breath in this lifetime. A connection so profound that angels have been assigned specifically to ensure its manifestation. A union so significant that its light will extend far beyond your personal happiness to touch countless other lives with its transformative power. This is what your soul has been waiting for through the long night of separation. This is why relationships that weren't aligned with your highest destiny couldn't take root in your life. This is why you felt that persistent longing that no temporary connection could satisfy. You were being preserved for this moment, this person, this divine appointment. The angels want you to know that when you and your soulmate finally stand before each other, you'll understand why everything happened exactly as it did. Every disappointment, every false start, every heart-opening and heartbreaking experience. All of it was necessary preparation for the magnitude of love you're about to experience. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was accidental. Everything was guiding you here. Type, I trust the divine plan. If you surrender completely to this perfect unfolding, in the coming days, pay attention not just to external signs, but to the subtle shifts occurring within you. You're being prepared energetically for this reunion in ways your conscious mind can't fully comprehend. Your cellular structure is literally being recalibrated to harmonize with your soulmate's energy. You might notice changes in your sleep patterns as your dream encounters intensify, fluctuations in your energy levels as your field adjusts to this heightened connection. Unexpected emotional releases as final layers of old energy clear from your heart. A growing sense of peaceful anticipation replacing anxiety or doubt about love. Increased intuitive awareness, especially regarding decisions that affect your path. These aren't random occurrences, they're physical manifestations of the profound. Spiritual transformation preceding your reunion. The angels emphasize that this connection will appear in divine, perfect timing, not a moment too soon or too late. But they also confirm with absolute certainty that timing approaches with each breath you take. The countdown has begun. The path has been cleared. The final preparations are underway. All that remains is the sacred moment of recognition when your eyes will meet, your souls will remember, and the journey of separation will finally give way to the dance of eternal union. When that moment arrives, and it will arrive, you'll understand why the angels delivered this message with such urgency and clarity. You'll recognize why your soulmate's prayers carried such power. You'll know beyond all doubt that some connections are truly written in the stars. Until that divine appointment, hold this truth in your heart. You are loved, you are seen, you are prayed for, you are awaited with a longing that transcends human understanding. Your soulmate spoke your name to heaven last night, and heaven moved mountains to ensure you would find each other. If this message has touched your heart and awakened recognition within your soul, please leave a in the comments. Share this divine revelation with someone who needs this confirmation in their life right now. Subscribe to continue receiving these celestial messages that bridge the gap between human longing and divine fulfillment. Dear soul, if this video was meaningful to you, leave a thanks below this video as a gesture of gratitude for this revelation. This strengthens us to keep sharing messages of connection and faith. Remember, your soulmate's prayers didn't just reach heaven. They set in motion the final chapter of separation and the first breath of eternal union. The angels have delivered their message. The path has been illuminated. The promise has been sealed. All that remains is for you to keep your heart open to the miracle that approaches, a miracle with your name written upon it in letters of celestial light. With infinite love, your guardian angels.